Record to cloud. Okay, cool. All right, let's get started. This is super exciting. Welcome everybody. This is Dr. Nancy Lee. I am the founder of Product Manager Accelerator. AI PM Bootcamp is one of our key signature program and helping people become a product manager and through hands-on experience by leading a team of software developers, engineers, and data scientists, and as well as AI designers. And today we are doing our cohort 6 demo. I cannot believe it's cohort 6. And each cohort 11 weeks. So each year I only have 4 cohorts. So it's a cohort 6, being around for a very long time. And each cohort will have about 10 different projects. And I also want to elaborate and congrats everybody and who actually finished all the software development and building your real life AI product. You have seen any of our past product demos and from past cohort, many of them start their own business, their own AI companies, and some of them also directly to join a new company as an AI product manager. And the greatest part is many of our interns, our engineers and designers, they actually land a job offer as an AI engineer or designers in other tech companies. I think one of your AI interns actually joined Amazon. Some of you guys also land a full-time job offer before you even finish your entire like a bootcamp development. So congrats everybody to make great progress. Now, without further ado, and let's get started with today's demo and see what you got in the past couple weeks and actually couple months in the past 11 weeks. Okay, so now let me do this. Let me share my screen and go through today's demo logistics, how to demo, how we choose the top 3 teams. So let me share my screen. Right here. Okay, cool. Here we are. All right. So, and here's what we do. And when we present, this is all the best outcome our students have produced in the past 11 weeks inside the AI PM Bootcamp. And from engineer's perspective, you are my AI engineer bootcamp because you actually got a lot of hands-on experience and also getting lots of like technical advisor coaching and to create such real life AI product. So when we do demo today, most important thing here is the schedule. We follow 5-minute presentation, 5 minutes demo, which means the outcome product you developed, and 10 minutes in total. And I'm going to count. I'm going to turn on the timer for all the team members. So once timer is up, you need to quickly move on. Okay, and what to include in the demo, so problem statement, persona, pain point, solution summary, architecture diagram design, light demo your product and challenges, lessons you learn so they can share with other people. Okay, and there make sure to update your Zoom background so we know who is who. So this is a different kind of Zoom background. Are you engineers, developers? It's all here. Okay, and hold on, jump to present right here. All the information is in the announcement channel. Okay, right here. And we already submitted the team match sequence here. Okay, so now important announcement to do is during the vote, the presentation, everybody, we're going to vote the top 3 teams. Okay, the top 3 teams, you're going to get a lot of reward from our team in terms of your top 3 teams, and we do lots of like LinkedIn brand, social media posts about the accomplishment you have, and including different kind of recommendations for job hunting, as well as your like I think it's something called the LinkedIn like a recommendation. You can write people like a feedback or review. It's not review, endorsement, LinkedIn endorsement. So many things we gonna do for the top 3 teams. And however, even if you're not top 3 teams, You also did a great job in finishing up the real life AI product. Everybody's also going to get your own certification, AI PM certification, or your AI engineer or AI designer certifications. Okay. And after this, today's presentation will also going to give you lots of detailed update regarding number one, how to like put in the right information to get a copy of a certification, how to upload your certification on LinkedIn. All the detail will be posted after today's demo. And we also believe this is the best program, actually the only program to help people gain hands-on experience in becoming AI product manager, AI engineers, and AI designers. Make sure to refer your friends to join us for the future cohort, and so that we're able to create more impactful product and set the lead examples for the industry for them to create the best and high performing AI product as well. Okay. And each of your referrals, I think we give either free coaching or we give Amazon gift card. And as well, people getting discount for people getting referred into this program as well. Okay. Reach out my team for all the details. All right. So here is what we do. Very exciting. Here's a sequence. Okay. So the sequence is my team already have you to RSVP based on your sequence. Here is what we got here. Oops, did I click something? Okay, so this is a sequence, and I believe first, something is weird on my screen right now, right? I think whenever I have the sharing right here, okay, right here. So take a pause. All the sequences in Discord channel, you guys have it, okay? So team 19, ticker pause. Team 19, and now next one, trust lens, go through this sequence. Everybody, okay, cool. So let's go. Ticker pause. Team 19, are you here? Feel free to.
Yeah, shall we start? Tico Paul, shall we start?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
All right. I'm sharing the screen. I'm the PM lead for this. I, I will just start and give it to our tech lead for the demo. So, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me start. So we are introducing Tickopulse, the app for real-time stock news sentiment analysis to data-driven insights so that user take the correct action. So the problem statement is the retail traders they have to manage massive streams of financial news and other social chatter and other media, and they have to react in real time to maximize trading opportunities and also the mitigate emotional and behavioral biases so that they can take data driven decisions basically and understand underlying causes behind market sentiment shifts. So that is our problem statement. And coming to personas, we have acting swing trader and part-time trader and a sophisticated long-term investor. And we had voice of customer interviews surveys, and basically the critical pain points, or they are uncertain about which news is truly relevant and to take the action accordingly, and they are overwhelmed by noise and contradictory information, and the alerts are delayed, and also they have difficulty tracking their own tickers, like whatever they want to track their own stocks and other things. So solution overview for this Ticopulse AI system, we have to continuously monitor data. So we are ingesting high signal financial news and doing some, sentiment analysis. And coming up, the analysis is nothing but detect the sentiment shifts, right? So that we can give the alerts accordingly. So instead of static dashboards, we are, like an anonymous trading partner. This one is because it will give automatic alerts for your watch list. So basically the solution is to give the explainable alerts, and also they offer personalized watch list and actionable insights. This also gives the clarify why now and all the details with linked sources. We didn't implement linked sources for now. It's in phase 2 for RAG and other architecture, but we implemented all the other things, explainable alerts and other factors which will drive the insights and take the actions accordingly for the retail traders. And quickly, we final comparison for we evaluated multiple models, but these two are the front runners, and we evaluated like basically the accuracy and also to give the better detection in the sentiment shift. Further, we use these metrics, accuracy and other F1 metrics, which will help us to detect the sentiment shifts. And I will give it to Jibin, our tech lead, to share the architecture and the demo.
Right. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Srini. So this is the simple architecture for the Sticker Press app. So this end-to-end flow shows how we take the raw financial news and convert it into actionable alerts for the user. So basically, we start off from the left side, where user logs in and set up the watch list by selecting the stocks they wanted to monitor. So in that way, they become a personalized input that drives the entire pipeline. And then over to the next one, the data ingestion. In the data ingestion part, like the news is fetched from external API. We use Alpha Vantage over here, which extract users watch list. We collect article titles, contents, timestamp, and store it in the database. And we move on to the AI analysis. For sentiment analysis, we use a customized FinBERT model. FinBERT is more than capable of accurately detecting the sentiments of the financial data. So essentially, FinBERT detects the sentiment, positive, negative, and the overall score of the news article, which is then fed into data validation, where we clean the data, remove the duplicates, filter noise, and make sure all the sentiment scores are reliable. Once it's validated, we pass it into sentiment shift detection, where we compare the current sentiment with the baseline. We set it as 7 days. So, for example, for a ticker Tesla, so from the news article, the Tesla current sentiment score is compared with the previous average of previous 7 days sentiment scores and find out if there is an anomaly in it. If there is a meaningful shift detected, the alert generation stage creates a structured alert, including the ticker symbol, timestamp, sentiment score, and signal strength. And finally, the alert and display stage, the GPT-4 converts all the technical analysis into a simple, readable AI summary. And for all that, we use the technical technologies for front end. We use React, TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS, backend, obviously Python, Fast API, SQL Alchemy, Pydantic, and Docker. We use FinBERT, GPT-4, Python library, NPy, and NumPy, the Postgres for the database, GCP for cloud, and Alpha Vantage, we fetch the news article. So quickly, let me I'll go through the 6-stage AI pipeline. First stage, we fetch the news articles from external API. Second one, the FinBERT extract the sentiments and overall sentiment score for the article. Then we clean the data, remove the duplicate, verify scores, and filter noise. Sorry. Yes. And in the sentiment detection stage, we compare the current sentiment versus the historical baseline. And if the alert is generated, we create a structured alert with signal strength, priority, and metadata. And finally, GPT for producing a readable summary. So let me show the live demo of this. So I'm going to log in as a new user. Let's say I am John and password. Create an account. So just going to input John over here. And here we can select any number of tickets we want. So, and these are the popular ones. I'm going to select all the popular ones to make sure I get all the alerts for these stocks. and all set. This is leads to the dashboard. You can see the features, US market sentiment, portfolio performance, ticker plus alerts, watch list. At the moment, like these two are not wired in. These two features. And those of you not aware of, like bullish basically means something optimistic, like indicates positive sentiment, and opposite to that bearish, which is negative sentiment. And here you can see on the watch list, we have all these stocks that we selected on the onboarding process over here. And next thing I want to show is the ticker plus alert. And this is the heart of our app. Here you can see one liner over here, shows the summary. And you click on here, it takes to the next screen. Here you can see 3 to 4 sentences of summary. And also the sentiment and how confident the model is. And going back, we can also show the other ticker alerts. We can also see the alert archive, like all the alerts are accumulated and it becomes a raw data set for the model. I also want to show the last thing is if wanted to show the user if the data is injected. And at the moment, like one article is fetched and one alert is created. And in that way, I conclude this demo. I'm going to pass this to Cynthia for the rest of the slides.
Thank you. Thank you, Jibin. As one of the PMs working in a cross-functional team of 13 people to build a fintech product has been very rewarding, but also has its challenge. So the first challenge we faced was try to keep everyone motivated and aligned throughout the entire process. And the second challenge was definitely technical complexity of a fintech product, especially needing to train large language model with extensive data set that require high level of technical proficiency. And for the PM team, we are still learning how to keep everyone motivated and engaged throughout the entire process. So next slide. And we learned that for real leadership, for both tech lead and product lead, it's about enabling and empowering team members. And so we always start with a problem and focus on how we can deliver the best solution for our end user. And that's all from the Ticker Post team. And we now open the floor for question.
Perfect timing. Okay. So anybody have any questions?
No, this is pretty cool. I've seen some competitors do this in the marketplace. This is pretty neat concept. This is cool.
I have a technical question.
Yes.
Clearly, I think people use it, but there's a trust issue in terms of what if AI give you wrong recommendation or they hallucinate? Of course, they have 70% more likely saying that you should buy Tesla right now. It's all bullish on Tesla. And as a trader, what if people don't trust in terms of what if AI hallucinate, give me the wrong advice, and all of a sudden you lose millions of dollars? And how do you address such potential hallucination?
So here,
I will answer quickly for this. Sorry, I
Sure.
will answer quickly and I will give it to Jibin. We have the confidence score for that, and also like we used the financial data driven model, which was fine-tuned on the financial data. But to prove it, we have just the confidence for now. But we have that the monitoring and those kind of things as part of phase 2. But these are the two things we took care of: the modeling and the confidence score. And yeah, Jibin, you can continue whatever you wanted to say for this question.
Yeah, it's a good question, Nancy. Like here, the model is just giving the summary insight of why this unusual shift of sentiment happened during the process. It doesn't instruct the user to buy or purchase any ticker. It's the decision is entirely up to the trader. So as you said, the financial data is not fetched into any LLM to make decisions. So I don't know, it makes sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying, there's always a human in the loop to make that final decision, right? So it's more
Yes.
recommendation as opposed to actual execution. So I think so. The question then becomes how do you differentiate against all the other recommendation systems out there, right? That's the question.
Question, yeah, like we at the moment, like we use one source of one external API as a source. So once we add more APIs, like for news articles, for like social media sentiments, like the feeds and stuff, like I could, the data set will be like nurtured with lots of data so that like LLM can accurately predict. So over the time, like it come, and during the phase 2, like probably like we have like evaluations set up there.
Yeah, it might also be
We're
different.
going to implement RAG layer just to avoid hallucinations as part of phase 2.
Sure.
That's another
I mean,
thing
that's
we
important.
have
I think
to
that's
have in the
important.
pipeline.
Yeah, the other thing you may want to think about is segmenting your customer base a little bit more and seeing, because your needs across retail versus institutional is going to be vastly different.
Yeah. And just one more
Okay.
thing, just one more thing on that too. You can handle some of this with legalese at the bottom, right? Saying that this, you know, this is a hypothetical, et cetera, just to cover yourself too. That way, if somebody places a trade and they lose money, that's, if you look at some of the competitors out there, they handle a lot of that with legalese.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the presentation hardware. Let's take one last question, Mahima, and then we'll move on to next team.
Yeah, I kind of have a similar question, like what is a true differentiator? To me, what is the user input here before recommending the popular tickets? Instead of asking the budget, do we our like budget of the user, what their familiarity with the tickets before making any suggestions? Any thoughts on that?
Cynthia, you want to take that? Okay, can you please repeat the question, the last part of the question?
Like user input, right? How is Sticker Pulse recommending the user? See, based on their familiarity, or like what is their budget to invest? Are they looking for monthly investments, things like that? Just asking how Ticker Pulse will
Okay, got
study the
it.
user needs before suggesting
Yeah, the
just the
feedback
popular.
analysis, the user feedback, and getting that to improve the product features. That also, you know, it's part of the phase 2. We this one, like as part of MVP, the phase 1, we wanted to do the end-to-end just to, you know, fulfill the unique needs, the alerts, and also the links, which is part of phase 2, and take the user feedback and all that. We didn't implement. It's part of, you know, phase 2 in the pipeline. So.
Very cool. Okay, so good job, team 1. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. I can't believe you guys got something up and running and people can make recommendations. And people make their wise decision in terms of purchasing your right stocks and doing all the trading. That's a very good example. I believe this is a B2B product. Could be B2C as well. So depends on eventually how you want to go to market, but from technical perspective, it's working perfect. Let's have team 2, Trust Lens, present. Yeah, Currency, go ahead.
Yeah, are you able to see my screen? Just
Yes.
wanted to make sure.
Let me
Okay,
reset
thank
the
you.
timer. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. All right, hello everyone. A very good morning. And that was a wonderful presentation, Srinivas and Jimmy. Thank you. Now, let's face it, as we go into social media has been fragmented and is fragmenting and taking more of our attention away from us. When we're reading a Reddit thread, scrolling through X or Facebook, there's a moment that hits harder than we admit. And it happens to me more often than I'd like. I suddenly realize I'm not actually reading, but I'm decoding. I'm trying to figure out, is a person angry? Is this thread a comment, aggressive, sarcasm? Is it even worth my attention, right? And now it's not just text. We have images, screenshots, memes, short clips, and so on. The media is exploding everywhere, each one demanding its own interpretation and taking even more time to understand what's going on. By the time we decode all of that, the joy of learning something new is already gone. This feeling has a name. We call it the clarity tax. It's the invisible cost we pay just to follow a conversation and educate ourselves, online or entertain ourselves online. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this. And this is exactly why Trust Lens exists, to give people the clarity back in an increasingly chaotic online world. So that's the problem statement, and I will have Neha talk to the persona and the pain points.
Hello, hello everyone, and thank you, Pranti, for that. So our MVP actually targets two different personas: their content, a specific genre of content creator and content consumer. But for this demo, we'll only talk about the content consumer. So meet Alex here. He's a young technology professional. He spends a few hours every day on websites like Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, likes to stay in touch with the latest technology trends, discussions, news. But herein lies the problem. He finds that he comes out more fatigued than informed when he spends time on these websites reading the comments. He has to read each and every comment to figure out whether it's something insightful, useful, or just someone taking out their frustrations in life. And how are we going to solve this problem now? Next slide, please. So we have created Trust Lens. It's a browser overlay that quickly analyzes the comments when a user visits a Reddit post. It detects the nature of the comments, what information is included, and gives these color-coded visual cues. These empower the users to discover or decide for themselves whether they want to engage with a comment. And this is very much a layered experience, to explain which I will hand over to one of our designers, Sanjana. But just one more thing to add is for the MVP, we've only focused on Reddit website. Over to you, Sanjana.
Thanks, Neha. Moving on ahead, let us dive deeper into the design practices followed that considers of three main features. Firstly, color indicative designs. That is, it is represented by the colors red, indicating that toxicity is spotted, yellow, which identifies a potential harsh tone, and green, that shows a positive tone. Next up, we have used clear and crisp messages that our users can easily just scan through. And lastly, a layer-wise representation that showcases the experience for the Trust Layer 1 and the Trust Layer 2. Now, let us listen to Manu as she guides us with the demo showcase.
Thank you, Sanjana. So let's see, why does trust lens even matter? Because it cuts down the invisible clarity tags instantly. So you do not waste your time, mental energy wondering, is this comment angry, useful, or is it adding any value, or is it just noise? And trust lens does that by bringing the signal to the surface so readers can focus on the conversation and not the noise around it. And the best part, it blends naturally into the reading experience and you don't have to do anything differently. Got the next slide, please. So if you see the left and the right screenshots of the same Reddit thread, the left one does not indicate any tone of the conversation. You have to read all the comments and interpret it yourself. Whereas the right one using Trust Lens instantly surfaces the tone of each comment. So you can save a lot of time from avoiding the toxic ones with the red badges. So you get more clarity even before you read. So now let me show you how Trust Lens transform the reading experience in real time. I'm just sharing the screen. It's can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, now let's look at this real Reddit thread about layoffs at a health department. So without Trust Lens, it's just a wall of text. We have to read, guess the tone, and wonder what's credible. And now let's see what happens when I scroll with the Trust Lens Chrome extension active. If you see here, this is the Trust Lens Chrome extension running on the web browser, and this is the piece that scans comments locally and renders the clarity badges. Now we can see the Trust Lens color-coded badges appear green, yellow, and red. This is our Trust Lens Layer 1, your instant clarity signal, and no reading is required yet. So now let's look into these comments. If you see this first comment, it reads, "It sure didn't take long to go from America first to America last." So this is an opinionated comment. But if you hover over the badge, it says it's just a neutral tone. So this means it's a good example that our tool is not judging the opinion. It's just interpreting the tone, which is the core principle of Trust Lens. As I move up the thread, you'll see a lot of green badges. These are the comments where the tone stays neutral or civil, even if the topic is intense. If you see these red badges, which have a negative tone, these are the comments which have really bad words in the comments. You can literally save your time by just skipping such comments. If you go further down, we have we also have some comments with the URLs. If you see, there's a yellow badge which says even the tone is neutral, the URL is invalid. It is a fake URL. So this is our trust lens tool with the tooltip which explains the tone and also the URL cited in this. So it just simply gives you a cue saying this link doesn't match any known domain. So we are not verifying any facts. We are not saying this person is wrong. We are just simply providing cues. You can see a red badge with the word idiot, so which is flagged as red. And then we have a green badge. Although using the same URL, it is flagged as green because it has a very neutral tone. So as I start reading, TrustLens immediately flags these tone of these toxic comments. So instead of reading the entire thing and only then realizing it's escalating, TrustLens tells me upfront, hey, this one's going to be intense. That saves me a lot of time and cognitive load right away. So all of this happens locally on your device through your Chrome extension, and no data leaves the cloud and no slowdowns. In just a few seconds, TrustLens has turned a chaotic thread into a color-coded map of credibility, helping you skip the noise and find the signal. That's the power of TrustLens. It gives you back your time and attention. Now I would like to hand over to Sai and Anirudh to take over the architecture of TrustLens. Thank you, guys.
Is everyone able to see the architecture slide that I'm going to flip over to now? Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. All right, Anirudh and Sai, please.
Yeah, thank you. So the TrustLens architecture has 5 layers. L0 is a presentation layer, the browser extension, and the badges. It scans all the comments on a post, batches them, and sends them to the backend through L1. After receiving the response, it renders the appropriate badges on the UI. And the L1 is a transport layer with a batch builder that groups 20 comments each time and sends them to a local secure endpoint, reducing the load on the backend. Now, I'd like to invite Mr. Sai Desit to walk us through the other layers.
Yeah, thank you, Anirudh. Once the Reddit comments reaches out our local fast API backend, the layer 2 acts as an routing and pre-processing layer. It normalizes the text and places each comment into an asynchronous inference queue. In layer 3, we run a batched on-device inference with a transformer-based unitary toxic bit model. It is from the Hugging Face to produce a multi-label toxicity probabilities. While a parallel module performs a lightweight URL level evidence checks, then the layer 4 applies calibrated thresholds and post-processing to aggregate those signals into discrete trust badge levels and a short natural language explanation along with that. Which is then streamed back to the Chrome UI extension. With that, I'll hand it over to Kranti for the next part.
Cool. Thank you, team. That was phenomenal. Now, where does TrustLens go next is really about spreading clarity through the ecosystem of content creators and content consumers. We start with the readers because they feel the clarity tax the most, not just in text, but in other forms of media, including short videos. The overlay gives them instant on-device cues, and that becomes the baseline signal for the reader. Then clarity moves upstream to creators, where creators preview how their posts or visuals will land with their readers or their consumers. They naturally add richer context because they're able to do this offline, and they're able to do a pre and a post understanding of how their content is going to land. This improves discussions and reduces the real-time load on the overlay itself. Right now, it's fully real time, but the idea is to be able to augment that with creator inputs. This is also where early monetization begins through creator insights. Next come platform integrations, like lightweight modules and APIs that bring TrustLens queues into publishing flows and dashboards on any platform that is hosted either by the creators or part of a larger publishing platform. This reinforces context-rich multimodal posts and unlocks licensing and integration revenue. And all of this leads to the creation of a closed loop between the participants and creation of a trusted ecosystem. That's the plan for next. The most important thing for us as a team has been the challenges and lessons learned. Initially, from a product perspective, the foundational lessons were my learnings before the team got assigned. I started with a strong AI governance idea, but it was ultimately a solution looking for a problem. As I dug deeper, the execution challenges around data, duration, and scope became clearer on why we need to consider a pivot. This forced us as a team at that point to then step back and focus on the real user pain, which became the clarity gap that TrustLens now solves for. But because the pivots took time to stabilize, we missed the window for early adopter testing and an early read on willingness to pay. This reinforced to us as a product team how important early problem validation and clear MVP shaping is vital for launching products, and not to forget the early monetization opportunities as well. In addition, the team experienced multiple development and delivery issues like most other teams in a constrained environment with time and distributed teams that we overcame in spite of the constraints to deliver a successful demo today. Last but not the least, a huge thank you to this TrustLens team. You turned ambiguity into momentum and ideas into a working product. This only exists because of your commitment, your creativity, and your belief in the mission to make the online world a little bit less chaotic. Thank you.
Currency, great presentation. I can see your presentation significantly improved from week 1 when you pitched your idea to today. Good job as a team lead.
Thank you. And I would like to say thank you to Jason for kind of mentoring me on this.
Great. Yeah, he did tell me multiple times, Jason. I like to do how Jason presented. And then you guys the great part in terms of teamwork, helping each other grow in different dimensions. And I do like you figure out how to pivot fast as you go through this. And this is the same process of building real life AI product. Lots of companies do pivot as you discover challenges, but you're able to re-lead your team to finish execution. I do agree the initial validation and how much people want to verify Reddit posts need to be continue doing more user interviews and testing as well. But the technology layer, I do some questions. Pretty good. So you guys build so many models, the emotional model that are in your architecture diagram, the many different models. Are those models, all those, toxicity model, all those, are those models you create second layer on top of ChatGPT AI, or you just use prompt engineering to generate?
No, I'll let Sai talk to this, but we use the Hugging Face models, Dr. Nancy, and tune them with our own data sets or data sets that we got sourced from the online. But Sai, do you want to add a little bit more color to that?
You already told.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. I think you already told the important point, Kranti.
Yeah. So Dr. Nancy, we did not use LLMs. That was part of the proposed architecture where we would use LLMs to benchmark these models for feedback analysis, but we did not get a chance to build that yet.
I see. So those you built, so you took some models from open source site, which is Hugging Face, and then you feed your information there. So you just use it as a benchmark. Yeah. I see. Very cool. So basically you do the traditional ML model. You did build your own model.
Yeah. And thanks to Sai and Neha for having led us down that path. I wish we had more time.
Very cool. So you build an ML model out of this without large language model. Cool. Wow. You got to have a strong data science team.
We do. We do.
We used a Hugging Face model, right? So I mean,
so it's pre-trained, pre-trained, but we tuned it with our own data.
We tuned it with our own data. So we didn't build a model from scratch, but we used a pre-trained model. And just to also, I think, add, we currently, although we do want to have 2 models, we currently only have 1 model. So the emotions model is not working as we expected. We just needed more time, but for the MVP, we decided, okay, we'll just use the toxicity one. So just wanted to clarify. So our batch currently has the toxicity model output as well as the URL checking.
This is very cool. Nice. Good job with a short amount of time and data pivot in the middle. And you can still create something like this. Very cool. Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
I just had one comment. I think it's great that you layered it on top of Chrome, which I think is a great way to kind of scale quickly without really having to go through the integration costs of working with like a Reddit directly and stuff like that. So that was a great intentional decision, to be honest. I'm curious to see where this really goes and how this headed, because I think there's definitely a lot of applications for something like this. I'm just curious as like where, I've looked at, other kind of quote unquote filtering, filtering aggregation kind of platforms out there. And I think it's, it's very hard to kind of differentiate in this space. So I'd be curious to see how you guys really find your footing and then monetize. So I'll be willing to and help out as I can. So good job, Kranti. Great presentation, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. The team really rallied to make this happen. Sarah, thank you for your inputs. We definitely understand there's a good opportunity for monetization, and we didn't want to take the long arc for monetization. As of yesterday, we were just brainstorming ideas. Is there value in doing a Grammarly like plugin for tone detection and correction? Because as a professional, when you're sending an email to your higher up or someone, to your peers, the tone of the email is very important on how you land it. Same thing for startups, right? So when you're sending it to an investor versus like the media, the tone is very important. So we were thinking there's a possibility of that to immediately start monetizing instead of building out the entire ecosystem, so to speak. So we are still ideating, Sarah. Yeah. Thanks for that. Hope that helps.
Great, good job. For the sake of time, let's move on to next team. Team
Thank you.
5, Reminder AI. That's our healthcare product.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And let me share my screen.
Currency, can you stop sharing?
Yes, I'm trying to find my mouse. Give me 1 second. Yep, thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. To do the slideshow.
By the way, quick comment. In the Zoom chat, there's a link for you to vote your favorite AI product because it's all audience vote. And then we'll pick the top 3 teams. Make sure you can enter the vote as you go or take notes regarding whatever is your favorite. The link is in the chat. Let me also, Anil, can you put it in the Zoom, in the Discord channel as well? So it's the same link, but currently the link is already in the chat. So you can start voting or note down some of your top teams. Okay, let's go. Tina.
Okay, good morning, everyone. And we are Reminder. We have built an AI-powered patient caregiver ecosystem designed to automate care workflows and deliver timely, personalized support. This isn't just a health app. Our goal is to bridge the communication gap between the doctors, patient, and family so everyone stays aligned on care. Here is the reality. The patient typically recall less than half of what their doctors told them. This gap leads to poor treatment adherence and costs the healthcare system an estimated $4.1 billion annually. Patients leave appointments, overwhelmed, and vital instructions are simply lost in noise. To crown this, meet Mary. She's 64-year-old, managing multiple chronic conditions and struggles to remember medication changes. To meet her daughter, Sarah, who lives like 200 miles away, constantly feels a step behind her mom's care. That Reminder was built with families like Mary and Sarah in mind. The solution, Reminder, solves by recording the doctor visit and delivering AI-generated summaries directly to the patient and caregiver. We provide automated medication reminders, recovery insights, and audio highlights. This creates a unified ecosystem where Sarah knows exactly what Mary's doctor said instantly. I'm going to move to Pastor Shri. She's going to talk about our technical architecture. Shri?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Tina. Hello, everyone. So this is our intelligent platform that processes medical information from doctor-patient interactions to personalized patient notification. The deployment framework we adopted is Vercel for front-end and Render for back-end. We also have a cron job for reminders. Starting with authentication, when a patient logs in via registrar login, the authentication is done via Superbase auth for security. Upon successful login, the patient can invite caregivers. Caregivers receive an email. We are using Brevo, that is render friendly. And only after a caregiver accepts an invite are they given access into the app. No user can interact with the system without a validated token, so the authentication is quite strong. The flow begins when a patient records the conversation and uploads the recording. The Fast API gateway receives this audio and routes it to our audio pipeline. The audio is sent through OpenAI's Whisper for transcription, and then our AI service, which uses Gemini API, takes that transcript and extracts the visit data, identifying the medications, key diagnosis, action points, and reminders. The structured data flows into Supabase, where we store patient visits, visit transcriptions, and reminder schedules. Here, the automation kicks in, where we have a cron job that triggers our scheduler service. Every minute, it checks Supabase for pending reminders, and when it's time, it sends email notification through AWS SES to patients and caregivers. This architecture ensures that the patient receive timely and friendly reminders, never miss important health instructions, with caregivers also able to monitor the patient compliance. All automated from the voice recording. The setup powers our MVP and also the next phase effectively, as it is cost effective and also provides robust scalability. And it also that's how it makes an ideal solution for the next phase as well. Thank you. I would like to transfer to Cromwell for a demo.
Hello. So let me share my screen. Thank you, Shri, for sharing the architecture. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So imagine I am a patient for the first time. I'm going to create an account from the landing page, register as patient. You'll see 3 sign-in options. I'm going to sign up with my email. Put in email field here. Let's create a password. I'm just going to write password. Continue. And then we're going to ask you to verify your email as an extra layer of security. So you're going to go to your email, click this link, confirm. You will see this success screen. You can close this tab and resume onboarding here in the tab that you already had open. The next step is to acknowledge consent agreement. So you are in charge of your own health information, and we are not sharing it with anyone else. So next step is to complete your profile. So I'm going to put my name as John Doe, enter my date of birth, my gender, my phone number. Email address is already verified during registration, and health notes are optional, but I'm going to say I am allergic to oranges. Confirm and continue to review, to save all of your information. It does take a second. And to prevent any mistakes, we do have a loading state, so you are forced to wait for this before you can continue.
You can tell us your favorite size for Thanksgiving dinner. In the meantime,
You want to refresh that one, go back to reminder and say sign in and see if that works. I think this is stuck.
What is it supposed to do? The backend is running. So the validation has passed. It's sending a registration request. It just does take a second for render to wake up. But all of the information should be saved to Supabase already. It's just taking a while for it to validate everything. Yeah, if I refresh, we could try that again. We could put autofill information this time, confirm and continue.
Is this host on cloud?
Yeah, we did see this problem before. So you want to just go to the reminder, go back, and then sign in, probably.
Yes, so we can try that instead.
Yeah.
The onboarding process is not really, oops. The
Yes.
onboarding process is not really that important, but we can sign in here. So you can choose as a patient, if you already have an account, sign in with Google, so it's faster. Because authentication is handled automatically with Google. This is the patient dashboard. You have 3 action items: record visit, invite caregiver, and view your visit history. This is a new account, so we do not have visit history yet. So let's start a recording. The record button page is right here. So you're going to start a recording, and I'll give a sample demo. Hello, patient. How are you feeling today? Hi, doctor. Honestly, my knee pain's been getting worse, and climbing stairs are even more of a struggle now. All right, I'll prescribe a daily dose of ibuprofen to help manage the inflammation. But after reviewing your x-rays, it seems the joint damage is a lot worse than we expected. Does that mean I'll need surgery? Yes, a knee replacement is the next step. I can schedule it for next week, Tuesday, December 9th. All right, thank you, doctor. I'll see you then. So we can listen to the playback to confirm it. Hello, patient. How are you feeling today? Hi, doctor. Honestly, my knee pain's been getting worse. And we can upload the recording to transcribe and summarize. Assuming that render is working properly. I will hand it back over to Tina.
Okay. Let me know if you can share my see my screen up here. All right. So the challenges that we ran is building this taught us a lot. We faced the infrastructure section with Supabase limits and performance issues, integration challenges like API drift and RBAC complexity, and technical hurdles around secure authentication and versatile deployments. We even discovered that the caregiver invite emails were failing due to the blocked SMPT ports. This lesson made us like better builders. We test early design, intentionally standardize our APIs, secure our roles, and monitor our models. We strengthen our email infrastructure and tighten platform checks. Today, Reminder runs like faster, safer, and far more reliably than when we started. Getting here wasn't easy, but every hurdle made the product stronger. We are Reminder, making sure healthcare is remembered and reimagined. Thank you, everyone.
Tina, question. I think the demo wasn't complete. So after you upload the voice transcription, what is supposed to happen?
It normally goes back, it defines, it transcribes, and it summarizes, showing you that, like, say, like we have a knee surgery scheduled for next week, blah, 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 blah. It's going to show up in our dashboard. The invite caregiver part is where you can click on
Can
that.
you show us Do you have
Yes.
for
It
and
is
the old, maybe one of the old examples, I think today some of the whatever file wasn't pushed through correctly. Maybe one of your older testing examples or other account, they probably had the history you have tested, right? So maybe give us something the visually what it look like.
yes. Trying to see if my email works. So I'm just going to say something up here now. Hello, doctor. This is patient. This is Tina. I do have some sneezing and coughing, and have some allergy reaction. So this is where it uploads.
My question is, do you have a history? Let's say you already tested, right, as a user.
I do have some sneezing and coughing, and have some allergy reaction. So that is how it shows up. The story, like a patient presented a complaint of sneezing, coughing. They have to listen to patient's symptoms. So this is how this records and transcribe, like, and then it shows us the doctor's office visit that's been completed here. For the send invite, for this is the most important part.
So the main function is after you talk to doctor, you do summary.
But after you record, it transcribes and summarizes, and it provides a reminder, and it sets it actually invites the caregiver. We're here that we are inviting the caregiver. And then once the caregiver accepts, the caregiver is able to see of their patient's doctor's initial visit, any reminders that been provided by the doctor, any appointments, those are things they share between the caregiver and the patient. Here in this, I'm not sure if this said.
So as a it's only reminders, so it's not like doctors giving treatment, right? It's just reminder based on what we discussed last time. You take this pill, so as a reminder, not providing treatment.
It is not just a reminder. What it's doing is it is recording your conversation with the doctor, and then it's transcribing, and then it's setting up the summarization is on your visit on your dashboard. It tells you what the doctor and the patient talked about, and then that it shares with the caregiver, where the caregiver is invited by the patient. And the reminder is set like, the doctor visit. I just want to see. Like here, the patient presented complaint of sneezing and coughing. So this is how it's summarizing.
Okay, cool.
It also fetches the key diagnosis by the doctor, the action points the doctor has mentioned, and that actually forms the part of reminder as well, wherever applicable.
Correct.
Very cool. What I like about the product is the complexity of technical things you guys did. You use your voice transcription, you have your AI summary, you have notification. The website looks very beautiful. Cool. We have some little bit hiccup when you do live demo, but I do like how technically complex you guys have gone through to create this product. Okay. Anyone have any question before we quickly move on? No. Okay, so let's move on to next team. The next team is up. Let me announce the name. You know the team names is all in Discord.
Right path.
Bright Path, yes, let's go. Sarah, let's go, perfect.
Just waiting for screen to load.
Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see. Thanks. All right, hi everyone. So have you ever struggled to find the right school? BrightPath makes the search simple, personalized, and stress-free. Today we'll start with a brief presentation, move into our live demo of the BrightPath MVP, and then close with some Q&A. Next, I'll hand it over to Acrobata.
So finding the right school for a child should be simple, but for most parents, it isn't. Today, parents struggle to get accurate, personalized recommendations. Instead, they met with countless options, scattered information, and confusing ranks that couldn't reflect what their child actually needs. Existing school discovery platforms only add to the overwhelm that too many filters, too much noise, and no real guidance. As a result, families often don't know where to begin, especially those with limited time or limited tech experience. Here, Brightpath changes this journey by transforming complex information into a clear, guided, and personalized path. Brightpath helps parents make confident decisions with ease. Ultimately, it turns a stressful search into a simple, supportive experience, leading families toward the best educational fit for their child. Next slide, please. And I would like to hand over it to Roshni.
So our primary persona is Jessica. She's a working professional who has 2 kids, and it is becoming hard for her to manage finding a school that would best fit her family's needs and her children's needs. The pain point she has is that there's a lot of information for school search and it's really fragmented. So she is not able to compare these schools and understand which one can she make as a choice for her child. The key features that we are proposing in BrightPath is first that it will provide AI-powered recommendations to suggest schools that are actually tailored to your child's needs. And then it is also powered by natural language search, which is like talking to an expert. There are side-by-side comparisons which let you effortlessly compare schools to understand which one might be better. And there are also interactive maps that can help you with commute times and look at the school's location in regard to your own location. I'll pass it on to Elaine to talk about user testing highlights.
So informed by our customers' interview, we designed the product for clarity and emotional ease, knowing that parents often feel anxious when choosing schools. The UX is intentionally simple with a short intake, a clean ranking list, and easy to understand scores. Early user tests that we conducted showed people loved the clean UI, but wanted clearer onboarding questions and an easier path to the comparison page. Those insights will shape what you'll see next in the demo.
How this has informed our design is that we realized parents are really overwhelmed and they need to compare a lot of schools, which led to them switching tabs. So we added a school comparison tool, which creates a table-like format to side-by-side compare schools and look at all the information on a single page.
Yeah, so now let's discuss about the architecture that we are using. So for front-end layer, we are using React and Bootstrap. They are lightweight and they are fast, so they can support all the operations very effectively. And we are hosting our front-end layer on Vercel. For backend layer, we are using Render for our host website. And we are using Python and Fast APIs as the base. And for our Lumi AI, which is the AI recommendation tool in our application, we are using Gemini 2.5 Flash API and basically LangChain and RAG as well. For database, we are using RenderDB, which is essentially a part of Render itself, and basically stores the data in the form of PostgreSQL. Now I'll pass on to Rachel for the live demo.
Sorry. Yeah.
So this is our Brightbed homepage where parents can discover all the schools from location. And in Brightbed, there are two main journeys a parent can take, which is a quick review, which means try as guest, and a full personalized experience, which require logging in. So this page also has an explore schools, which shows them top schools and how it works session, will giving you a brief impression of the web page. And now we're going to click on try as guest. And as a guest, you can compare up to 2 schools at a time. So if you select more than 2 schools, you will get a pop-up message like this, and we'll go over the comparison page later in the demo. In this page, parents can browse all the schools in their chosen location, California. And when you scroll down, we provide an easy access to go through the next pages. And then you can view all the available schools in California. And also to filter the schools, user will be required to sign in or sign up to see. So here, user can learn more about the school by clicking on View Details button, and it will take you to all the whole school information. And you can also see the difference between their location and the school's location. So this is the quick review of our Brightbed as a guest mode from parents' perspective. Now we'll show you how to sign up and then access more features of the application. I'll now pass it over to Kaviter, and we will take you through the locate flow.
Yeah. Before proceeding to signing, we are going to enter the details of our name, email, and password in the sign up. We can see that Tanvi is entering her details. Once the details are submitted, we will get the approval for the we will get an approval for email. They can see that, and that's now Tanvi is entering in this login page based on our registered email ID and browser. And once the details are entered, now we are going to the onboarding page. For in the onboarding page, we are given the skip back and next option based on user preference and convenience. And we also given the progress bar, which will identify them in which question and which section they are in. And moreover, in case if the user doesn't answer any questions, we are showing them as a pop-up. Just you can answer or skip up the questions based on the needs. And we have also for showcase the illustration image because it will be easy for the user in case if they can't understand the questions or something like that. Then we are finished the onboarding, and we are given 2 options whether we have to chat with the Lumi or skip to the results. It will be further continued by Mahima.
Hey everyone. So here we'll initiate the chat with Lumi AI. So Lumi AI is our AI chatbot, and it's powered by LangChain and Gemini 2.0. Here you see the Lumi AI coming up with the suggestions. So either the parent can choose any of the given suggestions here, or they can type in like give me good recommendations in California, and then click enter. So this is going to take a while. Meanwhile, we'll go check out the major other features in the search page. So here, this is the search page once the user signs in. And one of the major feature is the users can filter either through middle school or high school in the list, or also click on the ratings and filter refine more of their search. Also, they see a favorite button, a small heart icon on top of the images, where they can add those schools, seeing the ratings and whatnot, to their favorite list. And the other major feature is the comparison tool. The users once signed in can compare more than two schools. Let's say we select 3 schools to compare and click on the compare option. Here, the parents get to see the side-by-side comparison, and also in the search bar on top, you can search for a keyword to search for any school to add it to their comparison list. And this way, we can add more than 3 or 4 and use the scroll bar to see more results, and they see more of the filtering options they have available. Um, they can also remove the schools here, which they are not satisfied with the rating. And this is how they can compare. And going back to favorites list, we see the full list of favorites added to their page. And we'll go back to the Lumi AI. Lumi AI has come back with a good response about list of schools suggested, and the users can click on any of the follow app questions to get more insights about the school. Now over to Tanvi.
So this is the end of our demo, and now I'm going to go over a couple like quick challenges. We did encounter a lot of challenges, but these are our top 3 challenges. One of the main one is time zone and time zone alignment and coordination. Since the team is a very diverse team, like with different people in different time zones, we had like 2 weekly meetings for like Indian time zone people and also for the US time zone, 2 weekly meetings. And also we had like daily stand-ups so the developers could like easily synchronize and share their progress and complete the project more efficiently.
Yeah,
Now I'm
and
going to
going
pass
over
to
to the next, going over to the next challenge that we faced was the complex data integration. So our application basically uses multiple API pathways and also third-party services like Google Maps and SendGrid. So the first major challenge was to ensure that all of these services do not overburden our render backend. So we solved it using a centralized gateway so that our front end can just contact our backend, and the backend has already predefined API pathways for all the heavy lifting. Then we have faced the challenge of different types of responses that we are getting. So in order to tackle that, we had to standardize all the responses into one single format that we are using.
Over to the next key challenge is working with DOE CVS files that had inconsistent addresses, missing values, and no commute time concept. While a product needed best schools near me ranked intelligently, so I had to clean and standardize large-scale data, integrate Google Maps and Gemini embeddings, and designing the data flows that could handle real traffic and rate limits with the messy user inputs. So initially, we focused for the California schools as MVP focused, and the main lessons were treating data science as an end-to-end responsibility, collaborating with the backend engineers and front-end on a fast API endpoint for ranked school results. So sharpening the skills and robust Python API design and thinking about latency, reliability, and edge cases. So the overall outcome was robusting the scoring system with an interpretable scoring system, powering Brightpath intelligent recommendation system. So I thank Mahima for mentoring our team.
This is our final, this is our whole team for the bike path, and I went a little over time. Thank you. Any questions?
Okay, the product was surprisingly good, and the presentation was also surprisingly good. I think it's pretty good. Whoever is a designer did a good job. Whoever the UI UX design is perfect. You guys also adding different features on top of it. It is actually really good. I personally want to use it. The mom looking for schools, always the next better schools for my kids. It's like surprisingly good. And despite you guys have challenges in terms of all the data from different countries different, so you guys actually figured out in the last few weeks, and you were behind, and you figured out, and it was surprisingly good. Wow, good job, the whole team. Okay, anyone else have any questions? Presentations are also good as well, very smooth. You guys are really putting all the effort to pull off the best result. You also have less team members, surprisingly. Just like very good. Lead by example, similar to Yuri. Yuri was one of our portfolio company from Cohort 4, a year ago. He only had very small team, but his team was one of the top 3 teams. And then his team also further ahead in terms of having real user, now have 7 influencers sponsor his product of like doing a national launch right now. Okay, so it's more about the effort you put in. Good job, everybody. Anyone else have any questions? We're a little bit over time. Anyone? Any questions? Cool. Okay. Good job, Sarah.
Thank
and
you.
team lead, everybody. Okay, so let's quickly move to next one. Next team, get up. You know who is the next? The name out there, I see Mira. Oh, this is a very cool one. This is a
Yes,
very cool one.
we have a diverse team, so and a long deck, so we'll see what we can do. Can you hear me?
Your voice console is going out.
Okay, let me switch real quick, okay?
Oh, I see it's back in again. It's in and out. It's high.
Is this
and low.
better?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay, yeah, just switch over to a mic so you can see a red dot. Okay, I'm gonna jump right in, okay?
Yeah, your AI, something about AI agent, very cool. So we just got a referral from HubSpot. They haven't posted the job yet, just internally they're doing AI agent. So we'll have some referral to HubSpot. If anybody work on AI agent stuff, we'll post in the Discord channel. Unposted jobs, but we just have intel inside the company. So we'll send your profile there first. Okay. But anyway, so get started. This is also very exciting product. I want to see the result based on your vision.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
We want to show you. Okay, so we are team 3, and this is Mira, your AI personal assistant. But before I tell you what Mira is, let me ask you something. How many of you checked your emails this morning? How many of you had a meeting conflict you had to resolve and spent more than 5 minutes trying to sort it out? Now let me show you what we've envisioned.
Every day starts the same way. A dozen tabs open, 100 things asking for your attention. Meet Mira, your all-in-one AI assistant. It gives you a simple summary of your day, meetings, priorities, and what actually matters. Mira manages your inbox and calendar, hands-free, so you can focus on thinking, not sorting, to give you time for what truly matters.
So I'll just cut that short. So our problem, working professionals waste about 16 hours a week on average on emails, calendars, and administrative tasks. Now, only senior executives get assistance. Everyone else, they drown in their inbox by Wednesday afternoon after 12 p.m. So what if I told you we had a personal assistant that never sleeps, never takes vacation, and costs less than your daily coffee habit? So our hypotheses, we came up with Mira to manage emails, calendars, and task hand-frees. We asked, what if she had not over 95% precision? Users can reclaim up to 30 minutes a day, up to 3.5 hours per week. Well, we didn't just envision it, we built it. But before we show you the demo, let me go through our personas. Each of these personas has unique pain points, unique workflows, and unique needs. But today we're only going to focus on one, to show you the full power of what Mira can do, the working parent. So meet Dilly. This is funny. She is actually a PM on our team and our persona. So I used her likeness in this image. She finds it difficult to juggle personal and work emails and calendars, and sometimes encounters conflicts with managing both. Now let's see how Mira would help Dilly in the day in the life. And let me remind you, the live demo is coming.
Hey Mira, give me my morning brief.
Hey Dilly, dropping in for your Thursday brief. Your schedule today is purposefully structured with focus time in the morning. Let's move on to your email updates.
Hey Mira, do I have anything important in my email?
You have 3 new emails in your inbox.
Can you archive them for me? I don't need them.
Done.
Hey Mira, what do I have for the rest of the day?
You have nothing left on your calendar for the rest of the day.
Can you schedule a 1-hour study focus session at 8 p.m.?
Done.
So all of those capabilities we've built today. Now our biggest challenge is we have 2 environments, of course, our local environment and our dev environment. But let me summarize what we've built. We've done intelligent email management, smart daily briefings, just like a personal assistant would. proactive calendar orchestration, thoughtful automation. And you can check out our landing page, and I'll start the live demo now. So if you want to take a screenshot, whoops. So I'm going to back out of my screen. I'm going to go into our Mira dashboard. So this is our production environment. Welcome to Mira. And here you can see a quick introduction, basically a quick intro to what we have. And finally, the web view of what Mira would be. So I'm going to log into Mira now. I'm going to get started. You quickly saw that there was a login flow. I skipped over that. And now I'm going to actually, so for our voice integration, we're having challenges. Oh, you can
Good
hear
morning,
us say good
Ken.
morning. That's great. So the only problem is we're having problems with latency with the voice, but we're not having problems at the local box. So I'm going to turn it over to Paranel, our lead designer or developer, and he'll show you from his box. Paranel, do you mind sharing your screen?
Yes, Ken, I would love to. So it's my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, this is Mira. And now let's see Mira in action. Okay, let me do this. Hi, Mira, how are you? I'm fine. So Mira, before going with the task, let's see what you do. And can you tell me what's the recipe for the coffee? The coffee I'm talking about.
We cannot hear Mira sound. Maybe when you share your screen, share the voice.
Oh, Paranel, make sure you shared your voice as well. Or your sound from the video.
Yeah, when you share the Zoom, unshare and share again. Unshare Zoom and share screen again. It
Hey,
will
no
ask
worries
you
at all.
question.
We all
Okay,
have those.
Go ahead. We can hear now.
Good evening, Parinil.
You're muted, so we can't hear you now.
Good
Live demo.
evening. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going?
I'm fine, Mira. So let's say I want to know what's the capital of the US. Let's go with this first.
Oh, that's a classic. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. Anything else you're curious about?
Okay, and what would be the recipe for the coffee? Let's say if I want to make, I can say recipe for the cappuccino, what will be the recipe for the same?
Oh, cappuccino. Yum. Here's a simple recipe for you. First, brew a shot of espresso, then steam and froth some milk until it's nice and creamy. Combine the espresso with the steamed milk and top it off with a thick layer of milk foam. If you like, sprinkle a little cocoa or cinnamon on top for that extra touch. Enjoy!
Thanks, Mira. Okay, so let's get to the main task. Okay, Mira, can you show me my calendar events?
So here you see the process with Mira thinking. Oops. What was that?
It's loading. It will be loading. It's
Here's what I'm
Okay.
seeing.
So as you can see, via the voice command, I would able to, you can say, dictate all of my calendar events. So right now, we have two thread sources. One is your Outlook and one is a Google Calendar. So the Mira is able to extract both the events from the Google as well as from the Outlook, and it displays over here with the joining link as well, as you can see right now. So this is the Cohort 6 group project. So it's able to actually extract all of the events in real time. And if I do ask about the mails, so let's see. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Hey Mira.
Good
Uh,
evening, Parinil.
hey Mira, show me my emails.
Hey there. It's so good to hear from you. How's your day going?
Mira, show me my emails.
I think you can start with the morning brief.
Okay, let's do this then. Hey Mira, can you open up my morning brief?
Hey there! Of course I can help with that. So, what's on your mind for the morning? Got any plans or just looking to ease into the day?
No, Mira, whatever you want. Please, can you give me my morning brief?
Your AI powered personal stylist. So the problem is every morning I stand in front of my closet and I feel like I have nothing to wear,
Oops.
even though it's full.
We need mute.
I believe.
Okay.
Morning,
That's fine.
Perennial.
So
Today's a fresh start.
there we go.
It's 11 degrees C with clear right now. At 1 o'clock a.m. for an hour, 123. At 9 o'clock a.m. for an hour. Good day, Perennial. Let's make it a good one. It's 11 degrees C with clear right now. At 1 o'clock a.m. for an hour, 123. At 9 o'clock a.m. for an hour, test 5. At 3 o'clock p.m. for an hour, code reviews. At 8:30 p.m. for 2 hours, Cohort. 6 group project demo. Showcase your product with a demo. Get feedback from AI advisors on Zoom. I can text you the join link. You have 201 unread emails. In total, you have
So
206
Paranel,
unread
I
emails,
think we can stop
and
here.
201 of them are marked as important. Go ahead.
Oops. So I want to quickly show you the rest of the features. Now we had some hiccups with the live demo, but again, we're having latency issues with our box. But again, that's our development. I want to show you actually what's in production now. So we actually are opening up for testers. So everything that you see here is capable. So right now I'm going to show in real time with Mira. Remember, the voice is not working in production yet because we're having latency issues, but I'm going to send a meeting invite with Nancy for 11 a.m. today, and Nancy should be able to get that. So I'm just going to do that.
I will get it. I will
You
get
will.
something. I will
Yes.
get. Oh, okay. Let me see.
So it's doing that. Oh, wait a minute. It says, found an overlapping event at 11 to 12 today. Let's reschedule that. Okay, so you're encountering one of our workflows. You're saying, okay, there's no available time today. Okay, that's fine. So let me check my dashboard. So what you're seeing now is also the interface that we've built. So this AI interface encapsulates all of the intelligence behind it. You have your emails, events, etc. When you click view all, for example, it takes a second to load because there we go. You have all my emails. I've connected my Gmail Outlook and it's sorted by high, medium, and low. But the cool thing is when I click view, it doesn't go into the email. It actually loads a summary for me. So the purpose of this is later on when the voice is available, I can just ask Mira directly, hey, can you summarize this email for me? And this is already summarized. And I can do that with any email. So it's loading the summary. There we go. And then just very quickly, I just want to show you the consolidated events. So view all, you'll see my day is pretty packed. So it was Miro was right. You know, it was tough to find an event for today, but I think there is an opening at tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So let me just go ahead and do that. And Nancy, you can confirm later if it happened. So schedule an event with Dr. Nancy Lee for tomorrow at 7 p.m. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to continue, but let's see what this says. Yep, it should be done. And in about a couple minutes, you should see it, Nancy, if I have your right email address. So we ran out of time already, but let me just show you very quickly. So this is what our future is going to look like. Our team has decided we're going to continue working together and we actually have the mobile frames ready and we just are looking for a mobile developer to help us complete the vision. This is our architecture diagram. So again, we have a development We have a dev environment, a QA environment, and a production environment. We have enterprise-grade security from day one. We have serverless architecture. We have sub 3-second AI with ChatGPT. We still have to meet the 3 seconds. We have full integration with Gmail, Outlook, basically all the email services, so that Mira just doesn't talk to you, she talks to your entire ecosystem. And our voice pipeline, we've built that from the ground up, and our memory pipeline, we've built that from the ground up. So it was all very complex. A lot to show in six weeks. And then here is our final comment is I've shown this to a couple of people from fan companies. They're impressed by what we could do in just 6 weeks. But our goal is not just to impress these people. We want to actually take some of their business. And then the rest of it is just go to market, and kind of our business model. And here's our team, our team of individuals. And then finally, these are our challenges and learnings. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but basically this team spent a lot of work, a lot of time together, daily meetings, daily stand-up meetings, and working over the weekends to get this done. And we built multiple environments just so we can mimic like a real company. So that's our presentation, Nancy. And did you get the email invite from me?
Let me see. Let me refresh. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I got something yesterday.
Likely
Yes.
it will be shown on Nancy's calendar, not the email.
Yeah. In Nancy's calendar.
If Nancy could check her calendar, it might pop up on her calendar.
But I
instead
got
of the
something
email.
from you yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was testing around.
I
Yeah.
was worried I was hacked.
No, so it showed up on mine. There, Dr. Nancy
I
Lee.
got something. Yes. What,
There you go.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time?
Tomorrow, 7.
Oh, it's on my calendar. Yeah, it's on my calendar. My 10 p.m. EST, which is your 7 p.m.
Yes.
Oh, it is working. This is so cool.
Yes.
Oh.
So like I said, we're working on the voice pipeline to get that into production. We have a few kinks to work out, but all the background logic is there. Show my emails, show my email calendars. But again, I don't want to take up time from the other groups. But we do have a full plan. We want to stick together. We want to go to market at the end of February 2026 with a mobile version, and I think we can actually build something here. That's it, Nancy.
Very cool. Very impressive. Surprisingly, it's just like it working. It was surprised that you can do the ASAP. I think you should do even before February. This is surprisingly good. Just like remove some like hiccups, whatever. This is literally working. It's like crazy. People, you can send emails to other people. It's like it's on my calendar. It's like crazy. And immediate, and also whatever the commercial demo you guys recorded is really good. With
Yeah, our whole theme is we want to be minimalistic, so everything's all done on one page with the voice. And also we had different strengths on our team. Like we had PMs that were capable, that were social media influencers, so we leveraged some of those skill sets. So we really leveraged the strength on everyone.
Very good. Okay, so very impressive. It's actually working, and I was surprised Google hasn't done that yet. Probably your team could be acquired by Google. Here's what I want you guys to do immediately. You can do registration right away. Don't wait. You need to generate buzz right away. Okay, don't wait. This is good enough for people to test out on the whatever computer desktop version. People start using that right now, and then once you do a national launch in February, which is only coming in 2 months, you will have lots of people already following and building anticipation to use it on the mobile phone right now. Oh, that's so cool. So I can just schedule a meeting with people, just talk about that. That's your team will be acquired by Google or do your own thing. That's cool. Yeah, do that. Right? You can go to Y Combinator. You can do this for YC as well. And same as HubSpot, whatever job. Like, give me a demo. I can send your profile to them, or your team's profile. They will pick the candidate, and it's fully remote AI PM.
Yeah, we have a strong team, so we all intend to stick together. So we'll take your advice. We'll chat after, Nancy. We can use that advice.
It's like it's working crazy. I think it's simple. People can just work like based on Dili's demo. It looks like that. It would be great. Cool. Everybody, Good job. Anyone have any question before we quickly move on? We're behind our schedule. No. Okay, great, cool. So next team, let's go. Sorry, we're behind schedule. This is very good. Let's next team get ready. Schedule is on Discord.
Can you all see my screen?
Grandlands, yeah, go ahead.
Perfect. Right now, somewhere in Charlotte, an executive director named Gwen is on her 23rd hour of a grant application. It's 11 p.m. She should be at home with her kids. Instead, she's hunting for a budget requirement buried on page 41 for a mere $15,000 grant. She might not even win. I'm Jason. Our team built GrantLens, the first AI that reads grants, scores a fit, and writes your application in 3 minutes. So Gwen can focus on the nonprofit mission and more, and naturally have a positive work-life balance. The grant process is inefficient. It's fundamentally broken. 70% fail at first review, not rejected on merit, eliminated for missing a requirement on page 47. 20 plus hours per application, half a work week. Some nonprofits submit 50 a year. That's 1,000 hours on paperwork. 1.4 million nonprofits doing critical work, feeding families, educating kids, spending energy on admin instead of mission. While tech uses AI to optimize ad clicks, nonprofits read 50-page PDFs line by line. That ends today. So what we heard, don't take my word for it. Here's what nonprofit leaders told us. Crystal High, who I serve on a board with for Strive CLT, she has 20 years of nonprofit experience, and she called GrantLens groundbreaking. Her words, 25 to 30 hours for 5,000 to 30,000 grants, less than minimum wage. Patricia Hoke, on the grantor side, a grant writing expert. The pay-to-play directories create a huge barrier, $130 to $220 a month just to find grants. And Sharmila, nonprofits spend 60% of time on grant seeking and 70% still fail. And our survey that we sent out to folks, 20% response rate, 75% are willing to pay for a solution that actually works. So I will pass it over to Katie, who's going to go through our targeted personas.
So to build GrantLens, we created 2 core users. So we have Gwen. She's a 72-year-old executive director who said we're spending all of our time chasing money instead of serving. She has a low success rate, no grant writer, and there's no insight into why the proposals are failing. And then we have Marcus, a tech-savvy development director who spends about 80% of his time on grants he later learns they don't even qualify for. He's stuck reviewing long RFPs, rewriting the same content, and constantly fighting deadlines. So both are facing the same problem. The grant process is overwhelming, unclear, and repetitive. So GrantLens is changing that. So we're using AI to surface eligibility instantly, prioritize opportunities, draft proposals, and check compliance. So we are moving the user from frustration to confidence.
Perfect. Thank you, Katie. And I'll go ahead and pass it to Saraf that will go over our market strategy.
Hey everyone, it's Rob here. So just like every good product, it doesn't begin and end with a product. There's always a component of GTM. Who are our customer segments and how do we plan to activate them? For our MVP, our focus are grantees. So think about those individuals that Katie alluded to, that Jason alluded to, that are spending so much time and energy trying to write grants, discover grants, and just really are under-resourced to tackle this kind of big problem that we see. So, and additionally, it also resonates with the value prop that we have, that they're underserved, under-resourced, and that we're trying to provide trust and transparency. Our initial target then, therefore, is our small and mid-sized not-for-profits operating the budgets less than $5 million. And with this segment, we understand that the access to understanding products, how they work, and it needs to be broad because you need to find different ways to activate, different ways to kind of learn about products. Therefore, we're taking a multi-pronged strategy when it comes to activating these customers, and that will cross partnerships, grant networks, things such as LinkedIn, community websites, webinars and office hours, and local events. Next. So because it's such a complicated process, we need to really think about how to simplify as much as possible. So it's really a 3-step process that we do. We take any grant, any source. It could be a PDF, it could be a Word doc, it could be a URL. Our model then extracts all the requirements, including all citations. And then what we do is we score the model, score an applicant's or not-for-profit's profile against the requirements of that grant. And then finally, we generate documents. So really a four-step process that really simplifies the process, making grant writing and grant acceptance more equitable for all. We save 90% of time, under 3 minutes processing time, and we're trying to go after a $600 million market. Next, Naveen's going to talk about the technical architecture.
Our system is designed to automate document scoring end-to-end. A user uploads documents through our Next.js web interface, which authenticates their account and sends a file to the Fast API backend. Instead of processing everything immediately, the backend places the task into Redis as a job queue to handle queue. Salary workers then process the file, they scan it, extract the text, and send the information to GPT-5 to evaluate requirements and then generate citations. The results are then stored in PostgreSQL and S3 for long-term access. Once the job finishes, the user can return to the web app and see a structured AI-powered scoring report.
How cool is that? Thank you, Naveen, for your leadership in getting this in the cloud. I thought we were going to be running this locally today, but how cool is it? So let's see what Chaewon has to say as far as the demo is concerned. She's doing an actual demo here of our production cloud product.
Hi guys, this is our live product demo. Our storefront marketing page includes contents like value propositions, sign up, feature showcase, user testimonials, pricing plan, etc. Authentication will be enabled post this cohort, but for now, let's assume that we've signed up from this page and go to our dashboard. So before I show you guys our MVP features, let's briefly go through the small details that our team implemented. So Grantlands greets our customer, Dr. Nancy Lee. This overview is going to display the organization details such as their name and funding status. The user can see key insights, the notifications, and the applications that are in progress, closing soon, applied, and awarded. And here's the calendar so that the user is aware of the critical dates like deadlines. And here is our organization information. So this organization, Hope for Tomorrow Foundation, enters Grantlands, and they will fill out all their appropriate values. This information will then help score against the requirements that are extracted from that particular grant document. Remember that their focus is on youth development and education because we're gonna use the document that is related to this field. Now they will select and upload the document. And see, this is actually Youth Development and Education Grant Program, so we're expecting to get a decent fit score. And here, this page allows the user to visually follow the progress of analysis. And I think this will take about 15 to 20 seconds. As you can see here, there is a small UI issue with this loading circle, but we can fix this later since it's not a big issue. Okay, so here is all the information extracted. The user can see all the requirements and the citations from the actual document with the page number, so it allows transparency and gain user trust. The user now knows when the application deadline is, what the eligibility requirements are, what documentations they need to provide for the application, and the financial requirements as well. And here's the fit score. As we expected, this is a good match. We actually got 74%, so this is good to go. Application status matching is something that we have to work on post this cohort, but as you can see, Grantlands successfully extracts all the requirements, even categorizes them with the citations. So now the user is confident to apply and they will take the next step. So that's it for our live product demo. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaewon. And as far as our AI model selection, we didn't guess on AI. We benchmark across open AI models. The data drove the decision. Certainly post this MVP cohort, we'll explore other models like Claude, Opus, and other ones. But the key finding, GPT-4 Mini found 12 requirements, GPT 5.1 found 85. That's 7 times more. For grants missing one requirement means rejection. 191 seconds, 3.2 minutes per analysis, down from 20 plus manual. We tested on real grants from the NEH, EPA, NASA, and it gave consistent responses. The ROI users saved 18 plus hours. In our development journey, we completed all these milestones. We have, of course, some things to clean up in the UI and integrate, get rid of the mock data. We want to be able to have document storage for things like budget, past rewards, and tracking. That's what we heard in our voice of the customer. Folks are saying, hey, we have documents and emails and on within Google Drive. So having that one-stop shop to be able to do this, get them to work on their critical mission, I think is going to be super important post this cohort. And challenges and lessons learned, I will pass it over to Cece, who will cover that really quickly.
Thanks, Jason. So as we build this product, a few lessons really stood out that I think many of us can really relate to. First of all, it's really just the scope. We started with a long wish list, but quickly learned that only way to move fast was to separate the must-have from the nice-to-have. The clarity helped us make decisions faster and also protects our MVP timeline. The second one is really the model that Jason alluded to earlier. So we began with GPT-4, but once we tested GPT 5.1, the improvement speed and output were clear. The lesson was that built-in checkpoints to reassess assumptions, especially the model choice. We also learned that token strategy isn't just a configuration. It directly affects output quality. Increasing the limit gives us more complete responses without over-engineering prompts. Operationally speaking, pushing codes early and often and using version control consistently prevented late surprises and also made the handoff smoother. And towards the end, a small enhancement broke our core functionality, which reminded us once the MVP is stable, minimize the late changes and have a rollback plan ready. On the collaboration side, daily stand-up, clear team norms, and the shared workspace help keep things tight. And celebrating the small wins made a big difference in terms of overall team momentum. So overall, we didn't just build a product, we refined how we build. And those lessons will make the next cycle much smoother and stronger.
Perfect. Thank you, CC. And a shout out to the team. It's not possible. We had several product managers that did some heavy lifting. Of course, Nabeen, our tech lead, really helped drive everything home. And our full supportive cast, this wouldn't have been possible without you. And I didn't think it was going to be possible, but we did it. And yeah, we already have a domain reserved, and we have an LLC set up already as well. And so we're ready to get this out into the market and really test things out and have some beta testers working on this. I know this is a niche product, not necessarily a sexy product as they would like to call it, but certainly one that we really expect to make a change for the better in our world. Thank you for letting us present today.
Very cool. Good job. Great presentation again. And this is a very solid B2B product in solving lots of problems. And the backend is also pretty good as well. Very good. Very good. Okay. So most B2B can use. Perfect. Anyone have any question? We're a little bit over time. Any questions? I want to make sure we can cover everybody. This is actually good presentation. Backend product. Anyone? Any questions? Cool. Great. Good job. So next team, get ready.
Yeah, Style Pilot, we are ready.
With Jason's team, you can literally go just acquire customers, start conversation now. I think it's a very clear value proposition to them. Good job.
Build a smarter way.
Judy, we cannot hear very well.
Can you hear us?
No.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So when you share, unshare your Zoom, and when you share again, there's a
I have to share the sound. Okay, give me 1 second.
Share sound. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Can we start the timer again? Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay. Your closet should work for you, not the other way around.
Good now?
So built a smarter way. A system that learns your wardrobe, understands your style, and helps you choose. Introducing Style Pilot. Scan, suggest, style. Because great style should be simple.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me today for today's demo. So we are Team 4 Style Pilot, your AI-powered personal stylist. So the problem is every morning I stand in front of my closet and feel like I have nothing to wear, even though it's full. So I believe that's the inner voice of every single girl, or probably men as well. And the professional stylist usually costs $200 to $500 per hour, which is quite pricey. And the consumers are easily falling into a shopping fatigue. The Gen Z and the millennials, they want some eco-conscious solutions. The market is huge. It's a 1.2 trillion global fashion e-commerce market. And our primary users are young professionals or Gen Z who age between 22 to 42, who are style conscious and budget aware. And it's easy to get early adopters because we have TikTok or Instagram who already share their fashion bloggers OOTD. So that's why we built Style Pilot, your AI-powered wardrobe intelligence. We built 6 core features in the MVP scope. Number 1, scan and digitize your wardrobe. And number 2, we have AI auto tagging that classify your garments by color and by type. And number 3 is an outfit recommendation based on the event type or weather. And number 4 is the 2D virtual try-on that visualize your outfits before really getting dressed. And number 5 is a rack-based stylist co-pilot that provides a real-time fashion advice. And number 6 is a sustainability tracker that monitor your wardrobe usage frequency and also gain AI insights. I'm going to hand over to Swinda for the system design.
Yeah, talking about our system design. In our front end, we have React Native app for onboarding, wardrobe management, and multi-modal inputs such as chat, photo upload, and daily styling recommendations. We also have a large language model layer that manipulate dual model approach. We have Gemini handles the image processing. Also, ChatGPT handles the conversations through text. And we also have an AI agents model that we developed 2 core AI agents. The first one is vision tagging agent that process the clothing photos and store the labels. And the second is styling agent, which help us to create the recommendations based on the personal feedbacks and also style preferences. Talking about our memory, yeah, let me finish in a second. And we have memory and as well as infrastructure building with Amazon services. Thank you. And then I'm passing to Valerie for AI models capabilities.
Yeah, our Style Pilot is built on the core 4 layer AI pipelines that seamlessly integrates perception, decision-making, interaction, and experience, corresponding to our core features, vision tagging, the daily outfit recommendation, chatbot, and virtual try-on. All of this is backed by a solid technology matrix. Next page, please. For next page, Judy. Yeah. For vision tagging model, which uses multimodal AI to detect, segment, and intelligently tag clothing items. The recommendation model blends role-based logic with AI similarity matching. The chatbot leverages GPT-5 and RAG to provide context-aware fashion intelligence. And finally, the virtual try-on model creates realistic try-on experience from garment and avatar analysis to AI-generated fitting and quality enhancement. These modules come together to redefine how we discover and wear style. Now, Judy, hand it over to you.
Thank you. So now it's the demo time. We have a recorded one.
Welcome to Style Pilot, your personal fashion designer. Let's get started. Sign up and tell us about yourself, your basics, your digital avatar, and your preferred style. Styling cleans each photo automatically and organizes your digital wardrobe in seconds. You're set up and ready to go. When you land on your homepage, you're greeted with a perfect outfit for today. created from the clothes you own and personalized for your weather, your schedule, and your mood. Swipe to explore different variations. Tap to save a favorite, or open the card to view each item and the styling notes behind it. You can also use the plan section to create looks for trips, events, or anything ahead in your week. And styling will prepare outfits tailored to each moment. Whenever you need help, your AI stylist is just one tap away. Ask it to surprise me for a completely fresh look, or recreate this outfit from a photo you upload. Your stylist understands what you want and generates polished outfits instantly, with options to tweak, refine, and regenerate new versions. Inside your wardrobe, everything you've scanned is neatly organized by category. Tap any item to see its details, color, structure, usage patterns, and personalized suggestions on how to style it. You can also step into the virtual try-on. Upload or take a photo and instantly preview outfits on yourself or your avatar. Mix and match your own pieces. Explore AI-suggested looks and try different moods or weather-based combinations, all in just a few taps. When you're done, save it, regenerate a new idea, or share the look. Your sustainability tracker helps you understand your wardrobe habits in a meaningful way. It shows the points you earn from restyling forgotten outfits and trying alternatives to your most used pieces. Smart Wardrobe Insights highlight weekly and monthly patterns, teaching you how you use your closet and how you can get more out of what you already own. It's a simple, helpful way to build sustainable habits through small, everyday choices. In your profile, you can update your details, manage preferences, everything you need to make the app feel like your own. And lastly, Style Pilot keeps you inspired with smart notifications. With Style Pilot, getting dressed becomes effortless. This is fashion, redesigned around you.
Okay, cool. So now I'm handing over to Rita to give us some demo for GTM.
Style gets noticed when someone looks good. However, style pilots go viral when someone looks good and tell their friend it's effortless. Our GTM is very simple. In early stage, we see the early growth in university or private WhatsApp group, Discord channel, which means all of you now are our first wave of insider. Let me introduce to our website, where all information in today's demo and some detail regarding style pilot can be found. Yeah, and later, you can have a QR code to access this website. So most importantly, the beta waiting list is open now. And the first 100 tests will use Style Pilot for free. So don't hesitate to drop your email here. And find micro-influencer on TikTok and Instagram is our next step. Now, I'm gonna briefly roll out our roadmap. So in Q1 next year, we will focus on our core value from wardrobe and AI daily outfit suggestion. In Q2, we plan to launch on app stores. And in 2027, we will scale through resale integration, brand partnerships, and social commerce.
Okay, thank you, Rita. So, and the next that we have like two revenue models. So for B2C, we have the 3 free tiers, from free to pro to premium. And for B2B, we can provide the enterprise AI solutions, such as we can provide a virtual try-on API or the Style Insights API to other fashion e-commerce companies. And then the core challenges and lesson I learned from our MVP journey. Number one is the vision model. So it's the key of our product. So we have tried to experiment it with RAG, with the fine tuning, or even with the API integrations. But finally, the Gemini 3 is the game changer. And number two is the integration. So always treat the integration as your first class feature from day one, and always set up your environment earlier, sooner than later, to prevent any deployment roadblockers. And the number three, always start with something simple and then build on top of it. So now I really want to thank my global team. So I have 5 PMs, 3 designers, 7 developers, and across 7 different time zones. So without any of you, we can't achieve where we are today. And I really appreciate the time and efforts that you spent over the past few months. Lastly, I want to emphasize why we matters. So Style Pilot is more than a styling app. It's the emotional bridge between how we live, how AI empowers us, and how we move toward a more sustainable future. We turn uncertainty into confidence. We turn overwhelm into simplicity. We turn guilt into sustainability pride, and we turn decision fatigue into a seamless flow. And our mission is we change how you feel about yourself from day to day by transforming your relationship with your wardrobe. We are Style Pilot, Style Made Simple. So here is our team website. Feel free to scan the QR code. And we have a wait list in the website. We have the core feature. So feel free. So we are about to announce the beta product in 1 week or 2. So you can download, you can try the app and feel free to provide your feedback. Yeah, thank you for listening. Any questions?
Did you turn it into an app already? We're going into
so our front end is an Expo app. So we actually have a QR code that people can scan and they can test it. But it's not a real app because we have to deploy it to the App Store.
Okay.
But now we can only test it in the Expo Go.
Okay, cool. The clothes look too good to be true. It will, if you use a day-to-day clothes scan your closet, it's supposed to be like wrinkly, you know, whatever. So the example you have, I think, looks too good to be true. Can you explain how exactly works in terms, can AI like scan some wrinkly, like in a weird outfit?
Yeah, so we also test in that way. So when we do the testing, so Sridevi help us to, basically for each garment, we have 10 tags. So usually the AI can return very good results for the simple ones. So let's say the color is long sleeve or short sleeve. But in terms of the material, so let's say it's cotton, it's cotton or it's fur, so something like that. So the AI model can give some wrong answer. So the solution that we are having right now, we have the human in the loop. So which means that once AI returns the, let's say 10 tags, and it may give 2 wrong ones. So currently, due to the limitation of the current vision tagging model, so we have to have the human in the loop. So human can be able to make the changes to any tags.
Okay, but it can scan the right outfit even if it's old clothes, right?
Yeah, actually, I'll add one point here. When we try to get an image, the first thing we do is we crop the image. So once when the image is cropped, the model actually recognizes it better, even though it's wrinkled, and we tested it with that, and the rag and the rules which we have added helps a lot in the journey. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Put everyone's links. If you're ready for early adopter or waitlist, whatever, put all your link in the go-to-market strategy channel. Okay, yeah, sure. So people we can directly use it. Anyone have any questions? We're over time a little bit,
so I think I just have a quick question. I'm not sure if we see a working demo, like not AI generated image, but real time, not wrinkled shirt, but general pictures scanning and capturing.
Yeah, so due to the because we are building an app, right? So we have to, I think the working prototype is only working in the app. So people have to download the Expo app, and then they have to scan the QR code to try it. So due to the integration issue, so that's why I say always set up your environment earlier, because I think the entire team treat the product as a commercialized one, and so we set up everything in the in AWS, and we use Cognito. So we make the technical part really complex right now. So that's why now we are only setting up the waiting list, and we are doing the integration, the Cognito, and make sure that we really have a like app to secure, save the people's information or images. So that's why today we are only launched the waiting list, the website, but we may have the beta product ready in a week or two, so people can scan the QR code and they can try it in the app.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not. Okay.
All right. So for the sake of time, let's move to the next team, True North, the Sarah's team. Let's go.
All right. Hi, everyone. Are you seeing my screen, seeing me, hearing me, all the things? Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So we're super excited to get to share with you what we've been building. True North was built for a world where work is shifting faster than people can keep up. I'm going to start with our prioritized persona, Dylan. He's an IT systems admin and has been laid off twice in 3 years. He spent the last 2 months trying to find direction. He turns to ChatGPT for help, but it only gives generic suggestions like become a technical product manager, leaving him stuck and unproductive. He got a computer science degree in 2018 when everyone was saying it was guaranteed stability, but now he feels burned out, unsure what roles fit him, and unable to break into something new. Like many people, he's facing oversupply, stalled mobility, rising unemployment, and the realization that coding might not be a fit for him anymore. Half of US workers are exploring new roles. Most of them have no real process for making career direction decisions, though. Today's tools give information but not direction, leaving people stuck, second-guessing themselves, trying to navigate huge choices without support. The broader market for True North AI are mid-career professionals aged 28 to 45, but we will initially target developers, engineers aged 28 to 35 as our beachhead market, people like Dylan. The solution provides the personalized guidance they cannot get from generic tools and the accessible support they cannot get from traditional coaching. The value is momentum. Our go-to-market strategy starts narrow and intentional. We're focusing first on the software developers pivoting away from engineering because they feel the pain most acutely. They're actively searching for direction. From there, we can broaden to our larger market of mid-career professionals. Let's talk about our product. It's a full end-to-end career guidance system. The conversational coach adapts to each user and guides them step by step. Our assessments generate real insights about skills, values, and strengths that feed directly into the experience. From there, the personalized roadmap tracks progress, and the microstep engine produces clear, actionable steps for any career plan the user selects. All 4 parts work together, so the user always knows where they are, what they need, and what to do next. We did a ton of research, 35 interviews, a survey. There were too many quotes to even put on this slide. I had a hard time deciding. I don't know how my skills map to anything outside my current job. If you could show me that, I'd use it immediately. People don't always want to talk to other people about these things. Like we heard a lot about privacy. I don't want bias. I don't want my parents to think I don't want hear what people have to say on LinkedIn. Like they want to be able to navigate this on their own to a certain degree. There was 3 big gaps that were highlighted in the research. People want to take action, they need help with role translation, and they need to understand how to make progress. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Ashu, our lead engineer, who's going to talk about our architecture.
Thank you, Sarah. So our architecture is structured to be clean and modular. The front end, built with React and Vite, provides a mobile-first experience for everything the user does. The onboarding, the questionnaire, journey map, AI code chat, micro steps, saving careers, and even the admin dashboard. It communicates with the backend using the REST for standard actions and WebSockets for real-time AI coach responses and audio events. Authentication is handled through Firebase Auth The front-end science users in receives a JWT and sends it with all requests. The fast API backend verifies the token and then handles all business logic, saving the questionnaire responses, updating the journey state, orchestrating AI coaching, running job matching, managing microsteps, storing chat history and feedback, and even serving analytics. AI processing happens in a dedicated AI layer using GPT-4o with LangChain and LangGraph. The backend sends structured prompts. The AI layer pulls the right context from Pinecone, performing reasoning on or RAG, and returns results back to the backend. We also have a voice layer, which uses Whisper for speech to text and text to speech provider to generate audio replies for the AI coach. All structured data users, questionnaire entries, journey progress, chat logs, matches, microsteps is stored in PostgreSQL on AWS RDS, with the backend as the only component that can interact with it. All embeddings for jobs and RAG content are stored in Pinecone, used by both the backend and the AI layer for semantic search. Finally, the deployment is simple. The front end runs on Vercel and the backend runs on Render, each managing their own environment variables and secrets. Overall, the system is modular, scalable, and easy to maintain, with each layer clearly separated and the backend coordinating everything. Now I would hand over to Azal, who will walk us through the demo.
Thank you, Shreya.
I'm going to reshare with sound real quick. So all of the features that we're going to show you, everything is live. We recorded a video to be able to show it at quick speed because the user journey is like long. And so we wanted to be able to highlight things. Is everyone seeing the video?
Yep.
Yeah? All right.
All right. So welcome to True North, everyone. We have a bit of onboarding, then we sign up, and then we land on the journey map. Sarah, can you pause on the journey map? Yeah. Can you go back a little? Right. So the way we have designed this journey map is that we have a few important milestones that the user has to complete in order to complete this journey. Each milestone is designed in a way that it unlocks the next one. Realistically, it would take the user weeks, if not months, in order to go this entire journey. But for the sake of demoing this product, we have fast forwarded through a few steps. So if we discover our first milestone, which is called discovery, let's tap on it and see what happens. Sarah, can you play the video? Right, so this is our site navigation. And once we tap on discovery, we start our conversation with the career coach. We're saying, I want to change in my career and I'm feeling overwhelmed. And based on this, the AI will hand us over a few questionnaires to learn more about our values, our work, our skills, and our background. So we're going through a series of questionnaires, and through this, the AI will learn more about us. And once we're done through, let's play the video, Sarah. And once we're done through all of these questions, the AI has enough information, and we'll head back to the coach. And now we're exploring our voice-to-voice interaction. So, right, as we give our voice prompt to Ruby, which is our AI coach, it responds us back in its voice. Let's play and see. Sarah, can you play the video?
Your journey today. Anything specific on your mind?
Right, so this is a snapshot of our voice-to-voice interaction that we have. And right now we're back on the coach. We're continuing our conversation with the coach. And for example, we are saying that we are interested in generative AI. And then once we're ready, we can ask the coach to give us our career matches. Let's pause on that. So these career matches are a swipeable list of highly personalized cards that the AI coach generates for us. So for example, this is the career path match for computer and informatics research scientist. On the top right, you can see we have a demand score for this career path match. Right below it, you can see that it's an 81% match based on our profile. On the left-hand side, you can see the salary range. Right below it, we can see why this particular career path match is a good fit for us. We also have some top skills, which we have to acquire in order to excel in this career path. And then we have some career boost tips. All of this very specific information is generated by AI based on our values and our background and information that we fed it during the discovery process. Let's play and see what happens next. So we can swipe through these career matches. and we can save the ones that we like, and we can even decline the ones that we don't like. And in order to access our saved matches, we access them through navigation, and let's explore this particular match. So this particular match is called Intelligence Analyst. And once we tap Explorer, the AI generates this action plan preview for us. The action plan preview is basically a roadmap or a series of steps that we have to take in order to excel in this career path. Let's tap the ready to try this part button and see what happens. So once we're ready, the AI basically generates these. Can we pause on this? Yeah. Can we go back a little? Yeah. So the AI generates these actionable micro steps for us that we have to take in order to progress or learn or progress in this journey and in order to excel in this journey. And if we head back to our journey map, you can see how it looks so far. Let's play the video and see. Let's pause over here. So on the journey map, we've already done the discovery phase. We have coached, we have our coaching session with the chatbot. We've had our career matches, and now we're on the take action milestone. On the take action milestone, since we were exploring multiple career paths at one, we can decide to take action right now on a particular career match. So right now we're going to take action on Intelligence Analyst, for example. So we have a series of micro steps for Intelligence Analyst where the micro step is telling us what to do, and then we can generate our summary for this micro step, and then we can mark this micro step done. And once we're done through all of the micro steps, this is the last one. We have fast forwarded through all of the micro steps. We are sharing our reflection with the coach, and the coach will have some feedback based on our reflection. It will also give us our summary for this micro step. And now we're done with all the micro steps. Once we're done with all the micro steps, we're on the ready to launch screen. This basically details a summary of where we were when we started and how far we've come. We can submit our review, and we've completed our entire journey. Let's log out and assure you able to go from now.
Sarah, can you move back a little bit on the video and go to the admin login page? Okay, so we have added a feature where the admin can log in and view the progress of other users as well. Sarah, please play the video. So here's the admin dashboard where we have the list of all the users that have ever signed up with us. We can sort them in the latest or last login or anything. And by clicking on each user's profile, we get all the chats that they have ever had, the profile summary of what they are currently doing, the user, and the intent summary of what the AI coach was supposed to do. So here we can see that there are different sessions also that we can look into for each user. And we have a AI confidence score as well that is there on the admin dashboard, which is evaluating the AI coach against the AI. So it measures its own capability about talking to the correct pathways that are there, how the career matches are going forward, what kind of micro steps are being given to the user. So we have a confidence score which is evaluating its own capabilities. So that is something we have especially added for the admin users. So giving back to you, Sarah.
All right, let's talk about our roadmap real quick. First I want to pass it over to the engineers to speak to a couple more technical aspects of the product. Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to talk about our coach. Her name is Ruby. It's not like any regular chatbot that you have that follow instructions. It's a conversational system that is proactive, initiates and controls conversations depending on your job, skills, and stats. It gives the real-time simple questions and answers that anyone could understand, simplifying the process, searching, and giving clear, accurate advices in every step in your career journey, depending on what you asked or answered, while making sure it strictly follows the coaching rules and practices. And now Tushar will explain the micro steps.
I think we're actually going to move forward because we're so short on time.
Okay.
Our revenue streams are diverse and purposeful. We have a subscription plan with a freemium and entry point, but also enterprise licensing for workforce boards, outplacement partners. We can add affiliate revenue through bootcamps and training providers, and an outplacement channel for employers and EAP aggregators. We would focus first on a SOM with the 2 to 3 capture goal of 30 to 35 million ARR, which is 100,000 early adopters. And our initial CAC to LTV ratio is sustainable at a 3-to-1, but once we extend our product roadmap and increase our customer lifetime value, we'll be able to increase to a 6 to 7 to 1 ratio. And that's the focus of our product roadmap moving forward, will be on increasing the lifetime value of the customer and how long they, and like the value that they can get throughout their career trajectory, not just matching, but once they're in their role, how do they navigate career growth and promotion planning? How do they handle skill gap development and like a broader career strategy? So a couple lessons learned. Scoping an AI product is really hard. It was difficult to be able to navigate that. We had to be constantly prioritizing things and be really stealthy about like not letting things become like a maddening scope creep. Also, the voice and tone, like the coaching aspect, needed constant iteration. Like we've been working on it the whole time on increasing how it talks and how it greets someone. The proactive reach out was a big feat for us to accomplish too. And here's our amazing team. Thank you, everyone. Sorry to be over time.
Cool. Good job, Sarah. Very complicated feature. Just like a lot of steps you guys put in, and it's working app right now. Very cool. Good job. Put your link in the go-to-market strategy channel. Everyone can start exploring, and lots of features people can use now. Very great. So you should start getting early adopters that can help you launch. This is perfect. Yeah, good job. Your team is very efficient.
Absolutely.
Your team is very efficient. Just get it done in 11 weeks, have people ready to use. Perfect. Good job. Good example for end-to-end product completion. And so, anyone have any questions? 30 seconds before we move on. We ran over time for this demo. No, if not, let's do the last one. Verified lens. I think Jason gonna present.
Tatiana's going to present actually.
Oh, okay. Tatiana, I hear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready to start. Just a second, sharing the screen. So actually, there will be 3 of us presenting that. So we'll be changing roles. So can you see my screen right now?
Yep.
Wonderful. So hi everyone, and I'm super excited to introduce Verify Lens, AI-powered real-time fact-checking application that keeps up with live conversations. While someone is speaking on stage, on air, or in a meeting, Verify Lens checks claims against trusted data and surfaces confirmations or flags in under 3 seconds with about 94% accuracy, so people can trust what they hear while they're hearing it. Behind Verify Lens, we have an amazing team. There are 3 product managers, among which Jason is the author and our inspirer. We worked closely with 3 designers, and this product would never come alive without a talented engineering team led by Rahul and Shashi. And together we're building the technology that makes instant verified checking as a natural part of everyday information exchange.
Okay, for those that are on video, show of hands, how many of you have argued with a family member or a friend about something they saw on social media that just wasn't true? Probably most people, right? Like when I've actually lost some friends in the post-COVID era, but here's why that keeps on happening. Misinformation spreads 6 times faster than truth on social media. Think about that. The lie gets around the world before the truth gets its shoes on. And when fact checkers finally publish their corrections, it takes hours or even days. By then, millions have already seen the false claim, believed it, and then reshared it. The result, 77% of Gen Z believe at least one COVID myth, despite all the fact checking in the world that we have. That's not a fact checking problem, that's a speed problem. We're fighting misinformation with fact checks that arrive too late to matter. It's like sending the fire department the next day after a fire has already burned up a building. What if we could verify claims in real time while people are actually listening? And I'll go ahead and pass it over to Syed that'll talk about our target personas.
Thank you. Our product targets 2 main user types. First, Sarah, a political journalist who needs to verify claims in real time during live debates. Her challenge is that traditional fact-checking is too slow and misinformation separates before corrections appear. The second persona, Jordan, a content creator who wants quick visual fact checks without leaving his platform. He often relies on comments for accuracy, which makes him at risk of misinformation. Together, they represent the modern audience consuming a political content online, and they need fast, reliable, real-time verification. Next slide.
All right, so what can we do to tackle this particular issue? So we built a solution based on four criteria. The first one being we need something which is quick. The second one being we need something which is highly accurate. And the third one being we should be able to have multiple resources to claim whatever we have just fact checked. And the last one being the most important one in today's world is the scalability issue as to multiple attempts to fact check the same claim or multiple claims at the same time should be possible. So this is what Verify Lens brings to the table at this point. All right, the system architecture is in a way quite straightforward. This is the high level overview. We capture entire speech inputs via three ways. One is just the manual text input. The second one being the audio capture from your microphone or your system audio. And this goes in via claim extractor. So the claim extractor's main role over here is to extract claims which are present in your input. So an input can have multiple claims to be fact checked. So the claim extractor in a way has to extract all of these into different subsections, and each claim has to be fact checked separately. And we have a RAG system, which we have scraped thousands of documents from various government resources. And let's say hypothetically the RAG system kind of fails, we have a fallback, which we use a Perplexity search API for it. So whenever the RAG isn't reliable at, let's say, 70% or less, with our confidence score, that's when we go back to a fallback to Perplexity. We'll be showing a live demo, a video demo. Yeah, so this will be this landing page of Verify Lens. So then we have given around 4 options to sign in via our application, Google, Apple, email, or you could just try it for free for around 10 per day. So this is the main page of it. You have an option to either give your speech input or via text. And let's say I've given in speech input via one of the FBI data which is present on the website, which we have scraped and stored in our our vector database. And let's say within a couple of seconds, the transcript has been generated. It's about a missing person from February 20th, 2025. And then, there's a main database to show that how quickly the fact check has taken place. And one thing to note is on the confidence score generator, we are giving weightage to multiple factors like the number of sources which are being cited or how recent is the source being generated. And if you could notice, this is a fact card which has a link to the citation. And we have given you options to either share, save, or report. So whenever, if you think the fact which is being claimed is untrue, you could report the fact.
Okay, we pass the word to Jason.
Perfect. Building Verify Lens taught us some hard truths. First challenge, speed versus accuracy. We needed a sub 3-second verification because our testing showed us users abandon after 5 seconds. But verification takes time. Wrong. We discovered that a multi-source verification actually made us faster and more accurate. By checking multiple authoritative sources simultaneously, BLS, Census Bureau, FBI, we got consensus quickly. Second lesson, users don't just want answers, they want to understand why. So we built transparent sourcing into every verification. You see exactly which government agency confirmed or disputed each claim. And our third learning, when we launched context-dependent claims, they were our nightmare. Unemployment is at historic lows. Well, compared to when? Using what metric? We solved it by embracing that ambiguity, flagging when claims lack context rather than pretending we have a certainty, removing hallucinations. The roadmap, we're building a browser extension so verification happens wherever you're consuming content, video verification for YouTube, and an API so every media platform can integrate real time with fact checking. Because truth shouldn't be an afterthought, it should be instantaneous.
Thank you. So for the presentation, we used a video. However, Shashi is able to launch the application right now, and we can show that live as well.
One sharing.
Hopefully it's being shown right now. Let's say I give it a fact. Let's keep it a simple one. Let's say Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Right. So.
All right, let me laugh.
So, and it would still work if I gave it multiple claims. And let's say I said Donald Trump is the president of the United States and US is one of the most populated country in the world. Each claim has a separate fact card which will be presented.
Are we done with the demo? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So question, I'm confused for the UI. Donald Trump is the president of the United States and there's like 4 true, 5 false. Why does false? And what does it
So
mean,
those are
4
all
true,
the
5 false?
previous claims which I've tried on. Let's say I started making bogus claims just to check if it works or not, or how the confidence is being generated for those scores.
Okay. Basically, this one is true. Others is it accumulation.
It's
false.
Yeah, it's accumulation.
Keeps your history. Yeah, keeps your history so you can go back and check it again.
I see. So another question. So right now, from the UI perspective, let's say they can just copy paste from Twitter, other places to the UI. They don't have integration at this moment, right? The browser extension wasn't there. It's more copy paste, check and effect. Okay, cool. We'll have several questions from the audience. Richard, question.
Yeah, so my question is like, how would you deal with stuff where, sometimes we may not have like truths per se, like let's say someone has a certain religious belief or something, like would your system just in that case give like, hey, here's the sources that would assume this to be true, right? Like how do you deal with things where maybe So there is no absolute truth?
I would like to answer the question. So that's a very important question to answer in the first place. So right now, the current LLMs which they use have safety filters, which kind of block these. So that is one aspect which we, at least as a team, have to integrate in this particular application. While we were even trying out, let's say, the Donald Trump example, which I just showed. Before I was using Gemini's examples, and Gemini did not accept to give us an output as a backend LLM because it was raising safety 405 errors, saying we cannot give out politically acclaimed statements, even though they're factually true. Donald Trump being the president is just a statement, but they don't intend to give it. So we had to shift back to open source ones, which have less reduced safety filters. So,
so basically, you're giving a response, even if one model refuses to give a response. You want to, okay, I just want to make sure. Thank you.
Go ahead, Karenzi.
Yeah, so Jason and team, again, wonderful presentation and demo and concept, obviously. So I'm curious, Jason, you and I kind of chatted about this. How did you restrict your sources because you don't know what the question is, right? So which sources did you select and why? I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, and I'll defer to Shashi on some of the LLM stuff, but the big thing is, and I think I alluded to this during the dev pitch, is we have government sources as long as those government sources are presenting accurate information, right? The BLS, FBI, and things like that. And so that's where you want to trust that your government is posting good information, but then it's also tying LLMs in as well and kind of bouncing that off of that to make sure that what we're actually presenting makes sense. And now, Shashi, do you want to add anything there? Wherever you're at.
No, that's true. So for now, at least for the RAC part, which we have done, we have restricted to only a couple of government-based sources. The credible ones, at least, the FBI, BLS, and a few more time series ones, which has to do with employment. So because these are usually the ones which are usually spoken on political debates. So that's where the inspiration initially came from. So
yeah, it's hard to solve for this problem generally. That's why I was curious to see how you scoped it down. So thank you for that, Sashi and Jason. Appreciate it.
Neha, go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks, Nancy. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to turn my video on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Jason and team. Great presentation, and the idea is also really good. I just had a question. One of the personas that you targeted is the journalist, for example, who wants to fact check during political debate. So I'm just wondering, a product like this, when you're outdoors in an area where there is a debate happening, there's audience, and this journalist is in the audience and someone is on the podium speaking, and they have others around them, cameras clicking, general, noise, ambient noise, and, man-made noise as well, like cameras clicking, people's phones vibrating, colleagues around you talking. Would this work in those sort of scenarios as well?
That's a good point. Yeah, and Neha, I know when we initially were targeting or bringing this concept forward, we were thinking more studio version, right? Like studio presidential debate. So that is definitely something we'll have to solve for, right? Because, if the audio, to your point, somebody's next to you is talking or whispering, it's probably going to pick that up. So that'll be a complex issue that the team will have to solve post this cohort, is how do you drown out some of the ambient noise? Very similar to what Zoom does, right? When we're on a Zoom call, sometimes you can push down the actual background noise. So I think you're going to have some kind of filtering to drown out some of that background and noise. But it's certainly a good problem that this team can solve.
Cool, thanks.
One hand was missing, but I think it was Tajesh. Someone want to ask question? If not, we're good.
Yeah, it was me. But I think part of my question was answered by the previous question. But one more thing, from a product perspective, like when you're presenting this, the thing that came into mind was community notes from Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking like how in what way like the product is adding more value, like apart from like the voice one?
Yeah, I think the real big differentiator between the community guidelines on whether it's Facebook or whether it's Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it these days, is this is intended for a certain audience that wants to be able to validate something live via audio speech, whether it's a
I see.
presidential. Yeah, so that's really the differentiator more than anything else. And then to your point, secondly, that's something we brought up during the dev pitch too. We have to make sure we take care of our legalese here because there's a reason why all the big companies, the big social media companies, now call these things community guidelines rather than false or true, right? What is true nowadays? So that's something we'll have to meet with some legal and compliance and risk partners to say, how can we present this in such a way so we don't get sued, right? And so this is a very good point that you brought up about community guidelines, though.
Thanks, Jason. Great pitch, by the way.
Okay, good job, everybody. Oops. Can you hear me? Is this working? Can people hear me? Let me make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
It should be working now. Okay, cool. So good job, everybody. This concludes our Cohort 6 demo. Very exciting and a lot's going on. Many teams already have a live working product for early adopter to use, and our product manager and really did a good job leading your team despite all the challenges, people management, or sometimes model hallucinate or accuracy issues, but you still pull it through. That's the key. And also the learnings you have, I want you to turn it into the interview answers, because nowadays when you go for job interview, people ask you real life questions, not just I did this. We'll ask you specific question. What challenge do you see? How do you solve the problem? You said the data pipeline challenges. How much more data is needed to have a better outcome? All that, those all practical information that will help you and serve you long term. If you see the celebration channel, we already have several. I was one of the designers already did land a job by talking about the product she already built within the current cohort. I want everybody to leverage the opportunity to cherish all the real life experiences and how you solve those problems. You can turn it into social media post, which I taught all the PM how to do it. Now I want to make it available for our engineers to do it as well. So it will give you inbound leads from recruiters. This happened many times. I have so many students interview with Meta, Google, these companies. It's like after you build your not social media, the LinkedIn personal branding, by posting, talking about your learning, technical challenge, how you solve these challenges, takeaways, you get an inbound lead from even fan companies. Very, very exciting. Okay, I want to make available as a gift to all our interns, all PMs. You have it already. Okay. Best of everybody, and also quick housekeeping. Make sure to vote your top 3 teams. You need to get it done now. Or if you're watching recordings right now, get it done by the end of today, because we need to make an announcement for the top 3 teams. And my team are also going to send Discord messages regarding details of operation, what happened after cohort, how to get your certification, where to post, and how to get a reward. Remember, we have a Trailblazer reward for our different engineers. We need those information in as well. They will just watch out all the Discord channel. There's all the details, like logistic steps you guys need to do. But at the end of the day, I just want to congrats everybody. And I was totally impressed and blown away by lots of things. I will be challenging, and they did it. It's very exciting. I think it's also something you guys should be proud of yourself as well. What you have done in the past 11 weeks and be able to pull through and creating, maybe surprise yourself in terms of what AI can do. And so fast and much better. Okay, so all right, so this concludes our demo, and best of luck for your future endeavors, and watch out for our announcement in the Discord channel. Let us know how we can support all of you guys. Okay, good job everybody, and I will see you soon. And of course, bring your friends, refer your friends to join us, and including engineers, other engineers join us as interns. Our product manager, bring your friends join us as well. Cool. Okay, looking forward to see everybody in our future cohort. Let's grow the communities together. This is Dr. Nancy. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.